what it does psychologically to the Cowboys.
No doubt.
Forward.
No doubt.
You may not even want to play the 49ers again. You may, at some level, self-sabotage yourself so you don't have to do it. It reminds me of the conversation I had with Demaryius Thomas, late Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
But this was in advance of the Super Bowl 8-9 years ago. The Broncos had lost at home to the Colts in the divisional round.
Right.
It was the precursor to John Fox being fired. He said, he was very candid. He said, there were guys on the team who did not want to go to New England and play the Patriots. They got their wish.
Yeah.
They didn't get to go to New England to play the Patriots because they knew what was waiting for them. So, if the Cowboys see a rematch coming where they have to go to Levi's Stadium, maybe they don't get there. And it's not a conscious decision that would be made. But what are we really playing for here? We're going to go out there and bust our asses and try to beat the Eagles or the Lions or whoever, and the reward is go get the shit kicked out of us again by the 49ers. That's going to be hard to set aside. Psychologically, that's going to be hard for the Cowboys to set aside.
I don't disagree there. I don't. You look at it, and you look at them, and, hey, we've all been athletes at some sort of level, and we've all gotten our butts kicked or played a team where you go, man, they just got our number. They match up well with us, and they're coached well. And I just look at the Cowboy one and go, what is it? Where's the advantage to be had for them as we move forward? Okay, if Micah Parsons goes off and maybe gets 2 or 3 strip sacks or something, okay, maybe. But damn, the 49ers got Trent Williams, and they're pretty smart. And even last night, I think we're conservative for the first half of the football game because they were like, we're not going to let the Cowboys pass rush beat us. Because I think they looked at it, and I think the way Shanahan called the game in the first half was really like, the only way we're losing is if we drop back to pass too many times and their crazy pass rush gets after us. But, we talk about the talent on the field. We go, ooh, okay, Dallas usually has the advantage in that speed and talent. They don't have it there. So where's the next advantage? Ooh, well, maybe their coaching can get it done. No way. It's just not going to happen. Shanahan knows Dan Quinn and his system and what he does there. And then, of course, as we see last night, the offense for the Dallas Cowboys is it's a solid system. It's sound and everything like that, but it lacks creativity. And I don't know if it can get them over the hump against a team like the 49ers or the Eagles or whatever else. It's just they're not a great running team. They're a good running team. And then their passing game, as you see last night, is kind of ordinary. And it's a little too reliant on the Jimmies and Joes more than the X's and the O's. And that's where I just go, I don't know. I don't see the path and where the Cowboys do beat the 49ers if they have to play them again in the future.
And we're not suggesting they're going to give up or that they should abandon ship. It's just a lot to process.
It's a tough one.
When you think, based upon the way you've played through 4 weeks, that you got something special going on, and you find out otherwise in front of everyone in a very dramatic and convincing way.
Definitely.
That's a lot.
It's a shocking
to
moment.
Work through your brain.
Right.
It's almost as difficult as working a kidney stone through your waterworks.
Well, they were sitting there thinking, hey, we're right here with these guys, right? That's what they're selling
and
themselves.
And they just got smacked down. It was whack-a-mole last
And now
night.
it's like we didn't lose in a close one where we can go home and go, hey, if we did this one play different, it'd be a different game. Like you said, it was a beatdown where you were like, whoa, wait. Maybe we're not what we thought we were. And that's where I think the psychological element of this does come into play for them.
Let's watch and listen to what head coach Mike McCarthy and quarterback Dak Prescott had to say after the game for any clues as to whether or not they are dealing with this overall what the hell happened and where do we go from here mindset. Here they are.
A very humbling loss, clearly stating the obvious. I think the biggest thing is I just had a quick reflection on the 5 games that we played in. It's been a wide range of performance, as wide as a range that I could ever recall in a 5-week period. So, thank you. The biggest thing is for, us to be accountable. It was clearly humbling, but it is one game.
Didn't see it coming. As you said, put everything into this and got punched in the mouth. Called a couple of weeks ago, humbling against Arizona, but this may be the most humbling game I've ever been a part of.
Dak Prescott, who was not happy to be reminded last week about what the 49ers did in the playoffs, and he was using that to get himself a little bit juiced up. But even then, I don't care how focused, determined they were. That makes it even worse because I think they were focused. I think they were determined.
I think it's the
this
number
is little brother finally getting a shot to beat Big Brother at ping pong.
Right.
And Big Brother skunked him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Big Brother beat him 21-5, right? No, I think that I think there was a thought around all of football, and we talked about it even in our picks podcast on Thursday a little bit, that, the 49ers are going to get the Cowboys' best shot here. Anybody who played sports before realized this was going to be a measurement game for the Cowboys so they can justify for themselves, like, hey, we're as good as these upper echelon teams in the NFC and in football. And now they're going to go back to the drawing board and go, damn, are we? I mean, how good are we actually? Now, they're still really damn good, like you said, and they're going to be in the thick of things all year long. I know that. They are a top team in football, but this is a tough matchup for them, and they're clearly not in the class of the 49ers.
And even if it had been close, Chris, they could have come out of it thinking we'll get them.
That's what I mean.
They can't even take that away from us.
Right.
They can't say we're going to go buckle down. We're going to work even harder.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
We're going to get on. You know what? That we can fix it.
Right.
We'll be ready. Now, look, we've seen what injuries can do to a team, and the 49ers are the one team where you kind of have to hold your breath every time one of their key players runs the ball because he's fighting for that extra yard.
That's the way they play.
And that's the thing. You can't turn that off.
Yeah.
You've got to accept the risk that your guys fighting for every blade of grass are going to get injured at some point. That's the only thing. You mentioned Trent Williams earlier. Micah Parsons can't get past him. Hey, maybe if Trent Williams – and I don't want to jinx anybody by naming names, but when you play the way the 49ers play, that's your only hope if you're one of the teams trying to beat them. That by the time we get to January, the attrition, the natural process of guys – just bodies not being able to continue to do it the way they do it, maybe you get an edge that way. But that's like hoping for, some weird weather event.
Yeah, that's right. That's hope.
I mean, you don't. Yeah,
that's hope,
and it may be false hope. But
Yeah.
it's like, well, you know what? Maybe we become the lucky beneficiary. Maybe somebody hits Brock Purdy's arm in a weird way. Some lucky thing. But they would have gone to the Super Bowl last year, I believe, if Brock Purdy hadn't gotten injured. Maybe they would have won it last year. Right now, they're the best team in football, and if I'm picking any one team versus the field, that's the team I would pick.
I think right now.
Because I think this team can beat anyone in the NFC, and this team is built to beat anyone in the AFC.
Yeah, I'd
and
agree.
they're built to blow out the Chiefs, not screw around and let Mahomes come back and take it, but wipe the floor with them before they can even say, hey, we got a chance here. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.